This is the 2025 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Malt Experiment, Amber Ale. Thanks to our sponsors. 5 Star Chemicals. Check out their new online straight-to-consumer homebrew shop where you can buy everything from Star San and line cleaner to the new liquid PBW that can be used at temperatures as low as 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Check out their online store at 5starchemicals.com/home-brewing. Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store. A local homebrew shop in Danvers, Massachusetts. Order any malt they offer in any quantity you want, and if you order before 11 a.m., they'll package your items and ship out the very same day. Visit the store at www.beer-wine.com. Let's get tasting.
What's going on, guys? Nick Lessigore here, Exit 12 Homebrew in the house. I'm here with a beer review on my phone, and the reason why is because my SD card for my camera is not working. I broke it. So I'm on a tight timeline, which means I got to get these reviews done, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So my beer, the beer that I'm going in with next for the 2025 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Malt Experiment, I've explained it in a bunch of other videos, so you should know by now what we did. But the beer I'm going with next is from my boy and yours. His name is Brewmaster Jerry. He is indeed a brewmaster, and his name is Jerry. And he used Special B for this recipe. His variable was Special B, and Special B is a malt rather, that I've used quite extensively. I use it in my stouts generally, give it a nice malt, roasty, toasty kind of character. So we're gonna open this up, 4.5%. 33-ish IBUs from my boy Brewmaster Jerry. Oh yeah, nice pop. If I remember correctly, I think his last year I got a can that was maybe a little bit undercarbed for the experiment. He wanted to make sure that that did not happen again, and he certainly did a good job of that. Holy carbonation. I'm going to give this a few minutes to settle down, and then we'll take another look at it.
Okay, I found a memory card. I'm recording on my camera and also recording on my phone. So this could go one of two ways. I have no idea. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I don't know if the memory card is actually going to work or not. Okay, Special B, here we go. Special B. In terms of the look, I didn't pour the whole can out. Taking a look over here, it actually looks decently clear. There's a little bit of haze. My assumption is maybe a bit of chill haze. Nice little full finger head there. Very nice looking. It's dark. It's definitely on the darker side. Has some nice copper, a little bit darker than copper hues, which is really nice. Let's go in for the aroma. Oh, fun. Okay. So sweet. Definitely on the sweeter side. It smells like more of a dense sweetness, which is really nice. Oh, fun. Yeah, that's a really dense sweetness. That's really something that's like you're bogged down in a nice smelling sweetness for sure. Bit of a different type of sweetness though. This Special B is doing something interesting. Really adds a different layer of complexity, which is really nice. Oh man, that is fun. It's not like a candy sweetness necessarily. Yeah, it's like a grainy sweetness, if that makes sense. It's almost like I'm smelling liquid malt extract. Really smells a little on the floral end, which is different. I haven't historically gotten floral on these beers, but a nice floral kind of character. Yeah, that's what I think I'm smelling, a nice floral kind of component. Fridge just kicked on. All right, let's go in for a sip. Thank you, Jerry. L'chaim. Oh, fun. Really nice. Okay. Sweetness for sure. LME is the name of the game here. It does drink higher than a 4.5%. It also has the mouthfeel of a higher ABV beer, but it washes off the palate very quickly and it leaves behind a roasty, toasty kind of character going, mixed in with a little bit of bitterness, but that it lingers for a few seconds. It definitely hangs out for quite a bit. The sweetness leaves very quickly. It is a whisper in the wind, the sweetness. Oh, fun. Okay. Yeah, that thing comes and goes. Not aqueous by any stretch. There's a lot of flavor on it, which is really nice. But this thing is gone. This thing is gone as quickly as it comes. And I really like the mouthfeel, or rather the aftertaste it leaves behind. Definitely highly carbonated. The head is sticking around a bit longer than most of the other beers. And the head looks very healthy. That's a nice beer. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, the bitterness too. That bitterness is hanging, man. That bitterness, middle of the sip, back into the sip, right after the sweetness, because on the front end, you're getting nothing but sweet. That is sweet on sweet. And then bitterness, that roasty, toasty character, and then it's kind of gone after that. It hangs out for a little bit on the palate, but it's gone relatively quickly. Very fun. All right, ratings time. Let's do some ratings. I'm going to place this firmly above Drew's, below mine. So right there, top 5, 6. Nice beer. The bitterness hangs out for a little bit. Maybe a little bit longer, and I think the Special B adds that kind of roasty, which is really nice. On the aftertaste, this might be the first beer I've had in the list that really lends to that roasty, toasty kind of thing going on, which is really nice. All right, I'm going to go enjoy this, edit some more video, hang out. Thanks so much for watching. Jerry, thanks so much for being in the experiment. A very well done beer. Very well done. Bitterness feels a little bit higher than the other ones, and that may be the specialty malt that's kind of tapering down, or really tapering down in terms of like the other flavors in the beer, but it's a really nice beer. These beers have all been very, very good. Thanks so much for watching. We got one more left, and then we're done. L'chaim.